think of. There's so many small AAT is out there. There's a lot of little small guys that we talked about before. AAT, Chapco, and there was another company that's slipping my mind right now. But I still think Taylor's the 800-pound gorilla.
In LVT, but not in the broader market. But
not in the broader market.
But you said, like, you can't get them on the phone, right?
I couldn't get them on the phone, and I quit trying, yes.
You quit trying. And
I did.
So you quit trying to get them on the phone. They didn't want to train you. So they weren't very innovative. If they didn't train you, then they weren't really coming out with new products, right?
Well, they did train the local guys. I mean, so in other words, they would train at the manufacturing level. So they're we're the guys that they're making product for. They'd come in and train us, and then that was where it stopped. And it was great. It's always great out of the gate, but once that's over, then they move on to the next guy. And then they become very difficult to get a hold of. And I hate to be so negative towards them, but that's just, and unfortunately that's how it is. It's no different than if you go out to buy a Mercedes. I mean, it's just got this a little bit of a pompous attitude, like we're the king of the mountain. There's no reason for us to work hard any longer.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, understood. But like I would think that if you're going to go give you the margin, that they'll rely on your sales force at Mohawk to go train, right?
True, and that is absolutely correct.
Right.
So that was basically what happened.
So you view like would you expect them? Here's another question. Do you view this? I know you said you view attachment rates of this bundling to be stable, right? Like it's not.
Yes.
It may go down, and it may go down for LVT sales because of this locking system too, right?
Right. It's definitely going to continue to drop. Yeah. Right.
And then what was the other thing? What about you haven't seen? I've heard from a couple people now of this floor prep bundling of like moisture mitigation, especially for like as well as a rebuild or reconstruction of like leveling products, and that or cementation products, and that there's a bundling of the adhesive manufacturing with the floor prep and the adhesive. And that's something that some of these smarter guys, like the bigger guys, are starting to do to bundle. But you haven't
and that's
seen
true. Yep.
That's true?
Yes, but it's going to be more in the commercial sector. So in the hospitals, the schools, the banks, that sort of sector, absolutely, but not on the retail sector.
No, definitely. I mean, I'm more concerned with commercial, keep in mind.
Okay. Yep.
So within commercial, can you tell me a little bit more about like this bundling with floor prep?
Yeah, I mean, what they do is they're gonna specify as product, and then what they're going to do is they're going to tie. They always want to tie it all together, because as we talked about before, on the product, the material itself, they're lucky if they're making 15 to 18%. But when they attach the adhesive, when they attach the powders, which is the cementitious patches, and they attach the sealant systems for moisture mitigation, that's when they start rising into the 40 to 50% range. And what they're seeing is that even though they're only making 15 to 18% on the actual flooring itself, by attaching these other products and stating that this is going to give you a full, all-encompassing warranty, it's increasing their margins, their overall gross margins, by 5 or 6% by doing this. And the story they're telling, and it's accurate, is that now you have a 100% covered umbrella policy, if you will. It's like an insurance policy, and that's how they're selling. Right. And it's working well.
Right, but couldn't the adhesive manufacturer go around the private label that way by having that system, and then
they could
go? That's what I was trying to get at. Are branded products going out that way versus the OEM?
Well, the problem is, I was going to say, the problem is that yes, it can be done, but I'll give you an example. And I'll call it commercial product B that's